Stephanie Berger. I'm a volunteer docent here at Pacific Asian Museum. I just couldn't believe there was this great little hidden gem that I hadn't heard about before, so I knew that this place was, it was sort of meant to be, that it was just right here waiting for me.
My name is Cynthia Beale and I teach at Washington Middle School. I struggle to get arts in the classroom. Unless I integrate it into the classroom, they don't receive art.
My name is Charles Mason and I'm the Executive Director of Pacific Asian Museum. What's important about the collection is that every object offers a connection to other people, places, and times. In an age when so much of our culture is transmitted to us through TVs and computers and cell phones, I think there's something valuable and even profound about encountering authentic works of art.
I'm Diana Wong and I'm a volunteer at the Pacific Asian Museum. It's really important for me to learn about my heritage, but sometimes I don't know where to look. Me and a bunch of other students were able to do some research in the porcelain exhibit, and I got to learn all about that. And I got to go home and look at that bowl and see history.
I thought it'd be great to sort of experience this side of Asian history and Asian culture outside of a classroom, because for me it's only really been inside of classrooms before, so it was great to have something where I could get my feet wet on the ground, really interacting with actual objects from these cultures that I've been learning about.
It really fits in well with our 6th grade curriculum for history. They understand better when they see it, when they can come to the museum and actually see the objects. It's a way for them to really experience art firsthand, which a lot of them don't get that opportunity to do.
I just think it's great that these kids are coming here and they can learn about different cultures and kind of experience history, because I think a lot of kids don't have that opportunity, so I wanted to sort of be a part of that.
They really get excited about it because they make those connections. They make the connections between what they saw in their textbook and what they're actually seeing in artwork.
Sometimes you go to museums and you get a little bit overwhelmed. It feels kind of big and scary and intimidating, but here it really felt very close and very welcoming, so you felt like you could get much closer to the art.
One great thing about being a smaller museum is that many of our programs are necessarily more intimate than you find at other larger museums. So when you come to a program at Pacific Asian Museum, you're going to have close encounters with speakers and performers and artists and even your fellow audience members that you won't have at other museums.
Students, especially at this age in middle school, they have a kind of narrow view of the world and just what's around them, and I think it's real important for them. And this museum gives them this idea that there's a whole different world out there. There's different kinds of art, there's different religions, different viewpoints, architecture. It just kind of opens up their world.
Our amazing building and garden, which faithfully capture the form and spirit of a northern Chinese courtyard mansion. There's no other building like this in the continental United States. And when people come through our breezeway and they step into our galleries or our garden, I think they're transformed by the architecture, and it makes them more receptive to the kind of intercultural awareness that we exist to promote.
Not every museum, the building itself has so much history and so much cultural information being conveyed so vividly, so I think it's one of the best museums I've ever been to.
Through our collections, our exhibitions, and our educational programs, we give people cultural knowledge and skills that they need to be successful in the 21st century. We also help people become more tolerant and respectful of each other, which builds our community and strengthens our entire society.